Could you survive 1 month in the Old West? Not a vacation, not a guided tour. 1 full month dropped into Dodge City in 1878 with the clothes on your back, $20 in silver, and no way home until 30 days pass. No antibiotics, no refrigeration, no police you can trust, no safety net if you fail. This isn't about whether you'd enjoy it. This is about whether you'd live through it. Most people today wouldn't last a week, not because they're weak, but because survival in 1878 required specific knowledge, physical resilience, and psychological toughness that modern life has bred out of us. The question isn't whether the Old West was dangerous. The question is whether you could adapt fast enough to stay alive. This documentary examines your survival odds across 7 critical categories: food and water, disease and injury, violence and crime, weather and environment, work and exhaustion, law and protection, and mental strain. Each presented the kind of immediate, life-threatening challenges that modern existence has insulated you from. By the end, you'll understand exactly why your 30-day test would likely end in failure. Start with food and water. In 1878 Dodge City, you are drinking from the Arkansas River or communal wells that entire towns share with horses, pigs, and open sewage. Typhoid bacteria thrive in this water. So does dysentery. Cholera outbreaks kill dozens in western towns every summer. You have no way to test water safety. You drink what is available or you die of thirst. If you choose whiskey instead, thinking alcohol kills germs, you are consuming liquid that is often 40% grain alcohol cut with turpentine, tobacco spit, and sometimes strychnine for extra bite. Saloon whiskey in Kansas regularly blinded men or stopped their hearts. Your food options are salt pork, beans, cornmeal, and whatever game you can shoot. Refrigeration doesn't exist. Meat hangs in open, air markets covered in flies. You are eating it within hours or it spoils. Trichinosis from undercooked pork infects hundreds of settlers every year. Symptoms include muscle pain, fever, and facial swelling. Severe cases cause heart and breathing problems that kill you within weeks. No treatment exists. If you survive, you are left with permanent muscle damage. Now compare that to your situation today. You turn a tap and drink water that has been filtered, chlorinated, and tested for safety. You open a refrigerator stocked with food that has been inspected, dated, and kept at temperatures that prevent bacterial growth. You've never had to consider whether your next meal might kill you. That security doesn't exist in 1878. Every meal is a calculated risk. If you get food poisoning in the Old West, you are vomiting and losing fluids with no way to rehydrate except more contaminated water. Severe dehydration kills you in 3 days. Disease and injury will likely determine whether you survive the month. In 1878, simple infections kill. You get a blister from your boots, it becomes infected. Without antibiotics, that infection spreads into your bloodstream. Blood poisoning kills you in less than a week. This isn't rare. It is the leading cause of death for young adults in the frontier territories. Doctors exist, but their treatments are often worse than the disease. They still use mercury compounds to treat syphilis. Mercury poisoning causes kidney failure, tremors, and psychological breakdown. Surgical anesthesia means whiskey and sometimes a leather strap to bite. Operations happen on kitchen tables. Post-surgical infection rates exceed 60%. Break your leg and you are looking at a wooden splint in bed rest. If the bone sets wrong, you are crippled permanently. No physical therapy, no corrective surgery. You adapt or you become dependent on others for survival. Get appendicitis, and you have about a 48-hour window before rupture. In 1878, appendicitis has a 90% mortality rate. Doctors don't understand germ theory yet. They operate with unwashed hands and unsterilized tools. Joseph Lister's antiseptic methods exist, but haven't reached Kansas frontier towns. Today, you walk into an emergency room with appendicitis and you are in surgery within hours. Survival rate approaches 99%. You break your leg and you are in a cast with pain medication and x-rays to ensure proper healing. You develop an infection and you take a course of antibiotics that cost $20. These things don't exist in 1878. Your immune system either handles the threat or you die. That is the equation. Violence and crime operate without the structures you depend on. Dodge City in 1878 employs 4 law officers for a population that swells to several thousand during cattle season. Wyatt Earp serves as assistant marshal that year. His job isn't to prevent crime, it is to respond after violence occurs. Cowboys arriving after months on the trail carry revolvers and Winchester rifles. They're drunk, armed, and looking for entertainment. Shootings happen weekly. Most never result in arrests. You are walking past the Long Branch Saloon when an argument erupts. 2 men draw weapons. You are standing 15 feet away. A stray bullet hits you in the abdomen. This happens to bystanders in Dodge City multiple times in 1878. No ambulances exist. Someone carries you to a doctor if they feel charitable. The doctor probes for the bullet with unsterilized instruments. If he finds it, you might survive. If he doesn't, you develop peritonitis. That kills you slowly over 5 to 7 days, with increasing abdominal pain and fever. Morphine is available but expensive. You might die conscious and in agony. Compare that to today, you are shot and within minutes, you are in an ambulance with trained paramedics. You reach a trauma center with surgeons, blood transfusions, and intensive care. Your survival odds exceed 70% even with serious abdominal wounds. In 1878, those same wounds have a 90% mortality rate. The difference isn't just medical technology, it is the entire infrastructure of emergency response that didn't exist in frontier towns. Weather and environment present constant threats. Summer temperatures in Kansas reach 110 degrees Fahrenheit. You are working outside because that is where the work is. No air conditioning, no electric fans. You are losing water through sweat faster than you can replace it with questionable well water. Heat exhaustion progresses to heat stroke. Your body temperature rises above 104 degrees. You become confused, stop sweating, and collapse. Without immediate cooling, you suffer brain damage or death. Heat stroke kills dozens of workers every summer across the frontier territories. Winter drops temperatures below zero. You are living in a wood frame building with gaps in the walls. Heat comes from a coal stove that requires constant feeding. Run out of coal and you are burning furniture. Frostbite is common. Severe cases require amputation. A blizzard hits in January 1878 and drops 3 feet of snow. You are trapped indoors for a week. Food supplies run low. If you venture outside for supplies, you risk getting lost 50 feet from your building in whiteout conditions. People freeze to death within sight of their homes because they can't see through the blowing snow. Today, you adjust a thermostat, you check weather forecasts on your phone. You know when storms approach and you prepare buildings are insulated and sealed. If conditions become dangerous, emergency services reach you. In 1878, you monitor the sky and hope you've gathered enough supplies. Weather kills more settlers than violence. That is not an exaggeration. Between heat stroke, hypothermia, lightning strikes, and tornado damage, environmental factors claim hundreds of lives across Western territories every year. Work and exhaustion grind you down systematically. You need money to survive the month. Available jobs include loading cattle cars, mucking stables, hauling freight, or working in slaughterhouses. These are 12-hour shifts 6 days a week. No labor laws exist, no safety regulations. You are loading 100-pound sacks of grain in 100-degree heat. Workers collapse regularly. Slaughterhouse workers in Kansas City lose fingers to knives and hands to machinery. No workers' compensation exists. Get injured and you are fired. Can't work and you can't eat. If you are female, your employment options narrow to laundry work, domestic service, or prostitution. Laundresses work over steaming tubs for 10 hours daily. The heat and humidity cause chronic respiratory problems. Pay averages $1 per Dalton Y. Prostitutes in Dodge City work in cribs behind the saloons. They see 10 to 20 clients per night. Syphilis infection rates among prostitutes exceed 80%. Mercury treatments don't work. Tertiary syphilis destroys your brain and kills you within 10 years. No other treatment exists. Compare this to modern employment. You work 8-hour shifts with mandated breaks. Safety equipment is required. Workplace injuries trigger insurance claims. And medical care. Minimum wage ensures you can afford food and shelter. Labor laws prevent the kind of systematic exploitation that defined frontier work. None of those protections exist in 1878. Your labor is a commodity. Your health is your problem. Employers replace you the moment you can't perform. Law and protection operate nothing like you imagine. Movies show sheriffs maintaining order and protecting citizens. Reality is different. Town marshals work for business owners who pay their salaries. Their job is protecting property, not people. If you are robbed, you report it. Officers might investigate if the thief is still in town. Usually they're not. You've lost your money, and you have no recourse. Insurance doesn't exist for personal property. Legal disputes go before judges who aren't required to have legal training. They make decisions based on personal judgment. You could be fined, jailed, or run out of town depending on the judge's mood and your ability to pay. Lawyers exist but charge fees most people can't afford. If you are accused of a crime, you might sit in jail for months waiting for a circuit judge to arrive. Jails are wood buildings with iron bars. Escapes are common. So are lynchings. Vigilante justice operates parallel to legal structures throughout frontier territories. Today, you call police and expect response. You have legal representation rights. You are innocent until proven guilty in a system with appeals and oversight. Those concepts exist in 1878, but their application is inconsistent and often corrupt. Justice depends heavily on your social standing, your wealth, and your connections. If you have none of those, you are vulnerable. Mental strain and isolation compound every other challenge. You are alone in a town where everyone is a stranger. No phone calls home. Letters take weeks to arrive if they arrive at all. You are surrounded by disease, violence, and uncertainty. Sleep is difficult because buildings are loud. Saloons operate all night. Gunfire is common. You are constantly alert for threats. Psychological stress manifests physically. You are not sleeping well. You are not eating well. Your judgment deteriorates. You make mistakes that increase danger. Settlers in frontier towns show high rates of alcoholism, depression, and what we'd now recognize as PTSD. No mental health services exist. No support systems beyond churches and sporadic community charity. If you break down psychologically, you are on your own. Compare that to modern existence. You are connected constantly to support networks. You access mental health services. You have entertainment, distraction, and comfort available immediately. Remove all of that and place yourself in sustained threat conditions for 30 days. Most people can't maintain psychological stability under those circumstances. Your mind becomes an obstacle to survival. By day 30, you'd be malnourished, possibly diseased, certainly exhausted, and psychologically damaged by constant stress. You'd have survived multiple close calls with violence, illness, or environmental hazards. Your survival would depend less on your abilities and more on pure chance. Did you avoid typhoid? Did you avoid getting shot? Did you avoid a serious injury? Those aren't things you control. They're things that happen to you. The verdict is clear. Most modern people would not survive 1 month in the Old West, not because you lack courage or intelligence, but because you lack the specific resistances, skills, and psychological conditioning that frontier life demanded. Modern civilization has made you healthier, safer, and more comfortable. But it has also made you dependent on systems that didn't exist in 1878. Remove those systems, and you are operating without the tools that keep you alive. That is not weakness. That is adaptation. You are adapted to modern survival, not frontier survival. The Old West would kill you not through any single catastrophic event, but through accumulated small dangers that your modern existence never prepared you to handle. If you enjoy history compared to modern life, subscribe for more documentaries like this.